I'm not lying, officer. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Hi guys, this is rainnnn. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just playing. But hey, I have another story time. Hold on, I'm gonna cut my motion thingy on. Hi guys, this is rainnnn. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, I have another story time. First of all, before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Do what you have to do so you can get some more videos. Okay. But anywho, I'm so happy, y'all. If you guys see I know my head's gonna be moving. If y'all see my suitcases, it's because I'm packing. Guys, I'm moving back to Arizona. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
Sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
All right. We're going to get into this story time. So if you guys haven't watched my first story time ever, go watch that one, okay? I talked about this boy named Pee-wee. That's the boy I snuck in the house, got caught. Okay, cool. Okay, so this story time is about him. And I also mentioned this girl in my other story time. I call her KD. So yeah, let's get into it. So this was shortly after I had got caught with him in my house or whatever. My mom, at that time, me and my mom, we were already like, we were into it, but we weren't too much into it. But after she caught him in the house, it was like raps, like we was beefing. So, and that's a crazy thing to say. Don't be beefing with your parents. Don't do it. But yeah, so this was a little bit after. And my mom was like at the point where she was like, she cared enough a little bit, but she low-key was not caring. Because also, I think at this time I was 17, about to be 18, or I was 16, about to be 17. I don't know. I think I was 17. But anywho, so I think I was grounded. I think around this time I was grounded and I wasn't even supposed to be leaving the house. So the girl KD that I told y'all, if y'all don't remember her, she stayed around the corner from me. She was younger than me, but she was big as hell. That's why I'm calling her KD. And that's not even the nickname I came up for it. Like, literally some guy had said this about her a few years ago and I just took the name. Anywho. So, yeah. So, at this time, she was dating this white dude and they were toxic. They were such a toxic couple. Like, they used to bump. Like, I'm never that toxic where I'm fighting a man. No, thank you. So, around this time, she was dating him, and I didn't have my car. I can't remember if my car was messed up or if I just wasn't allowed to drive it, but I just didn't have it. So I had asked her, like, can y'all give me a ride? Because my man had wanted me to come to Canton. Canton was like 30 minutes away from Massillon. That's where I lived at the time. And she's like, oh, we can take you, but do you got gas money? And I'm like, I don't got no money. I don't got no job. My mom not giving me no money. I don't got no money. So she's like, well. So I called Pee-wee and I'm like, well, they said they'll bring me over there, but they need gas money. He was like, man, all right, well, tell them I have 20 for them. They pull you up to my cousin's house. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm excited because I want to see my man, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, we got gas money for y'all. So they're like, all right, cool. So I think they were already going to Canton for something. I think that's honestly where her man lived, but don't quote me. It don't even matter. Y'all don't even know these people. But, look like I got that. Look like I got that sniffing nose. I don't, y'all. It's like I swallowed something wrong and it popped back in my nose. But all right. All right. So they started taking me to Canton. So they take me to kind of like in the hood where if you go watch that story time if you guys haven't. I'm going to try to link in the description below. I don't really know how I do that yet, but I'm going to try. So they take me to like the hood where I met him in. And I wasn't really familiar with that place. The only time I had really seen it was when I was with him and I took him there. So they take me over there to his cousin's house, and she's like, go get the money. So I go in the house, and it's only his cousin and her boyfriend there. I'm like, where is Pee-wee? They're like, oh, he not here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, because I don't play with people's money like that. Like, don't play with my money. I'm not going to play with your money. Like, so I'm just like, And mind you, I said Katie was my friend, but she was also like a friend to me. It's like she liked me, but she was envious of me. I don't know what it was. Like, it was like such a weird friendship. Like, the dynamic. She's like one of those friends where she's your friend, but she also wants to try to be above you. I can't do no bitch like that. But anywho, sorry for my language, y'all. I don't be meaning to cuss. But when I be telling these stories, it just be coming out. So, yeah. So, I go outside and I'm like, he's not here. And she's like, what the you mean he's not here? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where he at. He not answering his phone because I did try calling him and he's not picking up. And she's like, oh, that's weird, Quincy. That's weird as weird. She's like, oh, that's weird as fuck, Quincy. That's weird as hell. And I'm like, they used to call me Quincy. And I'm like, I didn't know. And mind you, she started cussing me out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do I got to do with it? Like, I know that's my man, and I said my man would pay you gas, and now my man not here, and now y'all don't got no gas, but what do I got to do with it? So I go back in the house because I'm already here. Like, y'all not about to, what y'all gonna do? Put me back in the car and take me back home? No, I'm already here, so he's not here. I don't know what to tell you. So she sat outside for like another 5 minutes just talking shit or whatever. They finally pull off. Good. Get the fuck out of here. I go back in the house with his cousin. And I'm like, where is he at? She's like, I don't know. I think he went around the corner or something. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm just sitting there chilling. Like, there's like literally nothing I can do. I'm texting him. I think he had texted me back. Like, I'm not giving him a shit. Like, he's just like, why would you do that? So I want to say like 10 minutes go past. His cousin get on the phone. She's like, what? What are you talking about? What the? And then they're like, come on. Hurry up and get in the car. I'm running to the car with them because I'm not about to stay in their house by myself. Like, where y'all going? So I get in the car. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, Pee-wee, he's around the corner. Blah, blah, blah. Some shit going on. We got to go get him. I'm like, what? I guess, like, the police was after him and he ran off. I'm like, what? I'm confused. So as we're pulling out the parking lot and we're going down the street, I see cops. I'm getting scared. I'm like, let me out. They're like, what? They're like, let me out. So I get out the car. This bitch skirt off. She didn't even let me close the door. She skirted off and the door closed. So I'm scared and I'm about to walk back to the house. So I get out the car and I turn around to go walk back towards the house. All I hear is, excuse me, ma'am. Come again, say what?
Excuse me, say what?
I said we say no to drugs. Nigga.
Come again, say what? No.
All I hear is, excuse me, ma'am. I'm like, I turn around, it's a police officer walking towards me. I'm like, yeah? They're like, can you help us out with something? We're looking for somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. So they come up and they're talking to me. They're like, do you know who this person is? Have you seen this person? I mean, Pee-wee. Have you seen this person in Pee-wee? And I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. I don't know what's going on. I'm walking back to the house. At first, when they started talking to me, like, and they kept asking me questions, I was like, I don't want to talk to y'all. Like, I don't have anything to say. Like, I can't help y'all. But they wasn't going for that. They just kept asking me questions. So they're like, man, we know he's your boyfriend, so tell us where he is. I'm like, I don't know where he is. I have nothing to do with that. They're like, so you're going to be charged as an accomplice for armed robbery. And I'm like, what? What? So let me tell y'all the story. I guess when my friend KD and her man pulled out, I guess they rode around the corner and they seen him outside, I guess with his friends or something. And he pulled up on him because KD knew what he looked like. She knew who he was or whatever. And they put up on him, and I guess they was like, where my gas money? Where the money at? Where the money at? And he was like, I'm not giving y'all nothing. At first, I guess it was calm, cool, copacetic. He's like, I'm not giving y'all nothing. I'm not giving y'all nothing. And I guess this is what he told me, my man. He was like, all I did was flask on him. He was like, he never put his gun out. All he did was like had his gun in his waistband or whatever. And like they was like, oh, you gonna pull a gun out on us, blah, 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 put that shit. And I guess they called the police. And that is so ironic. Like, I hate people who like act who like to act like they tough and all this good stuff. Like, you be getting down with my girlfriend KD, you be punching her all in her ish, but another man is right here. And I know a gun and a fist is two different things, but no. So they had called the cops on him. So I'm like, armed robbery, I wasn't even just with him. I just came from the house. What are you talking about? They're like, well, we need you to cooperate with us because we have some questions. And I'm like, bro. So they're like, you're now being detained. You're now being detained. And mind you, at this time, y'all, I was a hothead, low-key, like, we can get it. So I was mad. I started crying. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't do nothing. I'm beating on the seats and stuff. I'm doing all this crazy stuff. They're like, we're going to take you to jail. Mind you, I wasn't even past curfew because we had like a little curfew at the time in Canton. But if they would just let me walk back to the house, I wouldn't have been over curfew. But since they wanted me outside, they're like, and you also outside, you're young, you're past your curfew and stuff like that. And then they also try to say I was obstructing justice because I wouldn't tell him nothing. They were asking me like where he lived, what's his name and stuff. And honestly, I really didn't know where he lived. I mean, I've been to his house. I knew he lived with his grandparents, but I didn't know the right address. I didn't even know the address from where I just came from. All I remember is visuals. That's how I learned. I use my GPS for everywhere, still to this day. To this day. So don't come at me like that. So I'm like, I'm not lying, officer. I'm not lying. I don't know nothing. I cracked myself up. Okay, so I'm like, I don't know nothing. So they're like, call your mom. So they get my mom on the phone. Mind y'all, I'm in the back. I'm going crazy. My mom, she gets on the phone. They're like, we have your daughter here with us. She's obstructing justice and she's past curfew and she's involved, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, do you want us to bring her home to you? And she's like, she can go to jail. I can go where? I can go where? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I started spazzing out. I'm like, fuck that bitch. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. To be fair, my mom has called me my fair share of B words. But I was just like, F her. She don't do nothing for me. I'm just running off at the mouth. And she was like, is that her talking? Is she talking to me? She acting all shocked. Like, you didn't just tell these people to send me to jail. They're like, yeah, she's talking to you. She's like, oh, yeah. Okay, well, all right. My mom gets off the phone, so I'm spazzing out. I'm so angry. I'm so mad. I'm like, this shit is so lame. So we sit out there for a little longer or whatever. And I don't think I ever see him. I didn't see him that night or whatever. I didn't see his cousins or nothing either. So they sent me to jail. And I stayed overnight. So the next day, they're like, come on, you're getting released. I'm like, who's releasing me? They're like, come on, you're getting released. Like, fuck is you asking some questions for? I get out there, it's my mom. I'm like, oh. So I don't say nothing to her. She's just signing the papers, she's getting the stuff out. We get in the car. She's like, we got in the car. She's like, you can do what the hell you want. I'm done with you. I'm cutting you off. You're whatever. I'm done with you. I'm like, mind you, I'm staying quiet because I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, my mom has told me she's cutting me off 11 times in my lifetime. Y'all think she has? No. So I'm like, whatever. So we get back to the house. We're like 30 minutes away from the house when we were leaving the jail. We get back to the house. So we go to the house. So I get out the car and stuff. I'm not even going to the house. She's like, you can go back to where you were. I was just getting you out of jail. I'm like, okay. So I walk around the corner to, at the time, it's my best friend's house. I walk around the corner. I'm telling her everything. I get my phone and stuff back, of course. So I got all these text messages from not from my man, because I think they had actually took him to jail. Yeah. They took him to jail. I think they found him. Did they? Or they found him later, I think. I don't know. But I get back, I go around the corner to my friend's house. I'm sitting over there. I'm telling her everything that happened. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, like, I'm cool. Like, oh, he wasn't in jail. Oh, okay. He wasn't in jail at this time. So I'm like, I'm cool. Like, my mom is weird, blah, blah, blah. The rest of that day, I just hung out with my friend, right? So she couldn't have company Like, I mean, she could have company, but her mom was a little strict, so I had never spent the night at her house before. Now, I did not want to go home for some reason, so I didn't go home. Once it got dark, I had walked down, like, it was like literally a 30-40 minute walk. I want to say 30, not 40. I walked all the way down to my friend's house and I spent the night with him. Mind you, at this time, he did eventually in the future become my boyfriend and we moved in together and everything when I was 18. But at this time, he was nothing to me. He was just like a really good friend. So I went over there and his room was in the basement. So he snuck me in through the side door and I stayed the night with him. I slept there, but the kicker was I had to get up at freaking 5 in the morning to leave the house because when his mom goes out the door, she goes out the side door. And I don't know what it was, but she will always look down the stairs to see what he doing. I don't know. So she's like, as long as you're going before 5 a.m., like that's cool. I'm like, okay, cool. So the morning rolls around. Mind you, it's still dark outside. So 5 a.m. comes. I think I got up at like 4, maybe. I think I left the house at 4, I think. So it's dark outside. Now, when I left the house, mind you, I left the house walking too. I did not have my car. So I'm thinking about where I'm going to go. I knew I did not want to go home. I couldn't go home. Well, I could, but I just didn't. I knew it was going to be some ish once I got there, especially since I didn't spend a night. I mean, especially since I didn't stay home last night. So I'm like, I need to make it back to Pee Wee. So I start walking all the way to Canton. Now, if you know, you know. If you have ever tried to walk city to city, you know that's a walk. So I start walking. I'm thinking like, it's going to be a piece of cake, whatever. It's going to be a piece of cake. So I start walking and I'm just walking and walking and walking. I didn't even have an address. I didn't even know his address. All I knew was the apartment. I knew the apartment name. Like, I knew it was like Ellisdale or whatever. So I'm walking. I got my GPS on. It says I'm going to get there in like 5 hours, 4 hours. I'm like, damn. I think I had like a few dollars on me, maybe. Not much. I feel like I had to have a few dollars on me because, oh no, okay. So I'm just walking, y'all. While I'm walking, why does it start raining? It starts pouring down raining. Y'all, I walked in that rain for like 4 or 5 hours. I tried to even get out of it for a little bit. I did take breaks and stuff like that, but I was soaked. Like, I had to keep moving. Like, or I didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm walking in this rain, y'all. I'm just sitting there thinking about everything. It is pouring down raining. I'm like, God has to be punishing me. I was just like, God has to be punishing me because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yesterday, it was a beautiful sunshiny day. Ain't no way. So I'm walking. Eventually, because this is an hours trip, my phone starts dying. I'm like, okay, let me pull over. Not pull over. That's when I was taking like my break and stuff. I had went over. It was like a building, and you know how some buildings be having like the outside plugs. So I think I charged my phone a little bit over there because I did have a bag with me, but wasn't much. But now that I think about it, I really don't know why I didn't just turn and walk back to my house. My sister would let me in. My brother would let me in. My mama would have let me in, okay? She would have probably cussed me out, said her little piece and stuff, but she wouldn't. My mom was never going to leave none of her babies out in the cold. Oh, I just thought of another story time. I got to write that down so I don't forget. But, yeah, so I'm just walking. I finally get to the point where I feel like I'm, like, near Canton. Like, I'm in Canton. I'm in Canton at this point, but I'm like nowhere near Ellisdale. So I'm just walking. At this time, it's daytime. So the sun is out and it's a little shiny. I just still can't, when I think about it, I still can't believe I walked drenched in the rain. And I was just hoping and praying that somebody would see me and pull over and be like, you need a ride? Are you okay? No one did that. So anywho, I go to, I think it was an appliance store. I remember it because I was like, can I use your phone? Because my phone was dead, completely dead. So I'm like, I need to call a cab. Can I use your phone? So I get in there. They show me like, I think they looked it up for me. They showed me like a cab thingy. And I think I was charging my phone in there too. I can't remember. But anywho, I got a cab number, and I'm like, I'm over here at this appliance place. Can you please come pick me up? How much will it be to take me to Ellisdale? And I think they was doing little calculations. It wasn't too bad or nothing. I don't know how I did it because I had the money. So they finally come and they take me over there. It was a long drive. It was like a 30-minute drive from where I was. So probably like another hour or two walk. So I get over there and I'm just walking because, like I said, I don't know these addresses for sure, but I remember the area. I remember what it looks like. So I get over there and I get to his cousin's house and I start knocking on the door. I'm like, open the damn door. No, I'm just playing, but I go back to his cousin's house. Mind you, I knew his cousin from school. Like, me and her, we went to school with each other, but we weren't friends. Like, she was like, no offense, but she was a mean, nasty girl too. Like, I don't know what it was with all them girls down there, but they just was nasty. Nasty attitude, mean, bullies, ugh. But she was cool. Like, she was cool. She was mean, but cool. Her mama also did my hair before. Either way. I get there and first her man opens the door and I'm like, is Pee Wee here? And he's like, come in. So I guess she was upstairs laying down or something. So he goes upstairs and get her and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, is Pee Wee here? She's like, no, he don't live here, girl. Like, the fuck is you doing at my house? I'm like, oh, well, I didn't know where he was. I know he lived with his grandmother, but I didn't know her address for sure. And I just had to get out of there. She was like, okay, she live around the corner. Let me put some clothes on. I'm going to take you over there. So I'm like, oh, thank you. Because she could have been a bitch and she could have been like, okay, well, yeah, walk over there. But yeah, she's like, I'm going to put some clothes on. So she take me over there and I show up and he's there, of course, because he lives there. And he's excited to see me. He's like, what are you doing here? Blah, blah. I'm like, it's me, baby. So I'm like, it's me, baby. So I get in there and of course his grandparents were so sweet. Rest in peace to his grandmother. She was an angel. Even though she told me after a little bit, like, you gotta go. And she had to check me too because I was still young-minded, y'all. So I used to wear like shorts and stuff and like little halter tops and stuff around the house. Because she did let me stay for a little bit. But I used to wear that stuff around the house. And she's like, I got a man. You can't be walking around here like that. Are you okay? And I respect that. I respect her. Rest in peace to her. Because I really do thank her for that. For letting me stay there. So yeah, so I get in there, he's like, oh, and yeah, I stayed with him for a little bit. That was a cool little time. Our relationship was a little cray. Not crazy, like toxic, because me and him, for some reason, we never really beefed. Like, we never had an argument for real. Like, I love him. I love him still to this day. I pray that he's doing well. I know he just had a baby or something, so I pray that he's doing well. I pray that all his family is doing well because I met all of them. They were all cool to me. They were all so sweet to me. They loved me. They literally loved me. But except for his older sister. I mean, she was nice to me, but this one time she was like, that little girl should not be staying in Nana's house or grandma's house or whatever. I'm like, mind your business. But anywho, that's the end of my story time. That is a time when I went to jail for this man and then ended up staying with him for a little bit. And then, yeah. I don't know, I'm tired of it. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Please. All right, yeah. Bye.